Good to see you again. We're mailing it in. We do that on our final show of the week, each week. And it's Thursday, so that's what we're doing here. The Toronto Maple Leafs are past the point where they can mail it in because their season in turmoil led to a boil on Wednesday when they fired Babs. Babcock, you're gone.
Sheldon Keefe, you're in. And this is an interesting stat when it comes to Leafs head coaches.
Okay.
Sheldon Keefe is the first coach to make his NHL debut as a head coach. As a Leaf, in 31 years, George Armstrong was the last Leaf to do it. Scoreless in the first. Carl Schilderberg of your Arizona Coyotes, not the Cardinals, Arizona Coyotes, stopped by Freddie Anderson. Late in the second, Pierre Engvall, shorthanded, beats Darcy Kemper. He was playing for the Marlies under Keefe just days ago. And here he scores his first career NHL goal. Celebration needs work. Keefe, again, I like the smile.
The coach is smiling.
Toronto's PK, perfect 3 for 3 in this one. Austin Matthews, Hoppy, heading to the slot, bearing the rebound and snapping a career-worst 9-game road goal drought in his hometown of Phoenix. Puts the Leafs up 3-zip. And John Tavares, the captain, would grab the game puck for the coach as he wins it in his NHL debut. Big victory for Toronto. They desperately needed that. They needed Tyson Barrie to score. Everything going their way. You know, people were wondering, well, would Austin Matthews and William Nylander's ice time shoot straight up? Actually, Matthews, Hyman, Nylander, and Tavares all averaged less ice time in this game than they had this year under Babcock. Here is Matthews on his new coach.
Really passionate. I think, like I kind of mentioned before, he wants us to utilize our skill sets. He wants us to play free, and not that it's just a free-for-all for everybody, but he wants us to compete and utilize the the God-given talents that we have. Pretty special night for a lot of guys here, and a big 2 points with kind of everything that's been going on the last couple of weeks in the last 36 hours.
I don't think I've slept in a few days, so I'm not sure if I'm going to remember any of this when I wake up in the morning. But you know what? The thing I'll take away, as I said, is just the fact that the players made it so comfortable to coach them today. That's what I'll really take away.
He and I have the same haircut and hair color. Hey, you know who the hottest team in the Western Conference is in the NHL? Dallas Stars. Hey, do you know who the second hottest team in the Western Conference is? The Winnipeg Jets. They were there the whole time. They have combined for one regulation loss in their last 17 games. You know who played each other Thursday night? Yeah, the Jets and Stars. Winnipeg looking to sweep a 4-game road trip. Second period. Shot from the point. Connor Hellebuyck kicks out a big rebound. Matthias Janmark buries. First time the Jets have surrendered the first goal on this 4-game road trip. Nothing Dallas. Jason Dickinson made it 2-0. Radek growls the puck behind the net. Shot. It's in. What happened there? Okay, went off Hellebuyck's blocker. Then it's on the ice, and then he doesn't have a clue where it is, and it kind of kicked it in. 3-0 Stars. 39 seconds later, Jamie Benn loses the puck. Mark Scheifele the other way. Miro Heiskanen stumbles as he pivots. Scheifele sets up Kyle Kenny. Beats Ben Bishop. Evening Bishop extends his point streak to 4. Dallas still up a pair after 40. In the third, Scheifele. Another zone entry. Matthew Perreault gets it back to the point. Tucker Poolman shot off Patrick Laine's chest and in. Old Chesty McGee, they call him. His second goal in as many games. Deficit cut to 1. 24 seconds after the Jets tied it, Ben steals from Laine by the boards. Hellebuyck tries the poke check. Doesn't work. Dallas retakes the lead on Ben's 5th. They added an empty netter. Bishop picks up the win on his 33rd birthday. 5 straight wins for the Stars with points in 10 straight. Flames and Blues. St. Louis wearing their retro jerseys for the first time.
Among the worst uniforms in the history of the game.
Flames winless in 5 straight, so they opt to change things up. They go without helmets in pregame. Early on in this one.
Group of players. And I think he's got some hockey left.
Oh, stolen. Rebound, Bozak. What a save. Incredible save by Riddick on the rebound. I cannot believe it. The Blues with 2 grade A chances.
They call him Big Save Dave for a reason. Dave Riddick. Robert Thomas to Zach Sanford scores 1-0 Blues through one. For the 8th straight game, Flames failed to score a first period goal. That's a franchise record. Second period, Vince Dunn, formerly of Supergroup Brooks and Dunn, steamrolls Andrew Mangiapane. Zach Rinaldo comes in. He's given a roughing penalty on the play. It's ruled a clean hit. No penalty for St. Louis. Late in the frame, Sean Monahan gets a weird bounce, and he's got an open net. Can't get a shot off. Flames still looking for their first goal of the game. Less than a minute later, Johnny Gaudreau, breakaway on Jordan Binnington, who I'm told had a pretty cool mask for this game. Binner stops him. 3-0 Blues through 2. Minutes into the third, Riddick plays the puck behind the net, and not so good.
Oh, no.
Disaster. Oscar Sundqvist scores the second of the game. Flames are now winless in 6 straight. Our alarm bells ringing there as Binnington 40-save shutout.
Edmonton and Los Angeles, Connor and Leon, 87 points this season. The Kings' entire forwards have just 4 more points. But it is the Kings' offense that struck early and often in this one. Connor McDavid can't break up the stretch pass. Ethan Bear can't handle the puck. Tyler Toffoli going to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. Kings have won 4 straight on home ice. Later, Leon can't clear the zone. And friend of SportsCenter with Shane Dan, Anže Kopitar of Slovenia will fire at home. Dying seconds of the first. Kings are going to take it another way. And Jeff Carter, squeaks it past Mike Smith. Mike Smith was pulled in favor of Mikko Koskinen for the second period. The second period, Connor, 16th goal of the season, ties Leon for the team lead and extends his point streak to 9 games, but the Kings got one back, and they're up 4-1 in the second.
Canucks, losers of 3 straight and 7 of 8, taking on the Preds. Roman Josi takes a bad pass on his backhand, finds Ryan Johansson all alone, cross-size top shelf on Jacob Markstrom. Incredible play by the Preds captain. Just the second first-period goal for Nashville in the month of November? Okay, so this is very interesting. The Canucks, they're a perfect 2 for 2 on the power play against Nashville this season. Okay, whatever. Well, Elias Pettersson through traffic for his team-leading 26th point of the season, and they make it 3 for 3 on the power play against the Preds this season and ties this game at 1. Canucks, they go back on the power play. And Tyler Gravac beats Pekka Rinne through traffic. 3rd game of the season he scores, keeping the Canucks perfect on the man advantage. Tied at 2 in the second. Canucks back on the power play. JT Miller beats Rinne. The Canucks 5 for 5 on the power play against the Preds this season. How about Brock Besser? Yeah, they're on the power play, off a skate and in. The Canucks poured on their 4th power play goal of the game. We're still in the same period in the second. Bo Horvat gets the Canucks' 5th power play goal of the game. Vancouver 7 for 8 on the power play against Nashville this season. 1 power play goal off a franchise single game record. And yes, when you score that many power play goals, the team is happy. Canucks win.
Both teams are 6-4. Both have the lead in the AFC South. The difference between the Colts and Texans, who met Thursday night to open Week 12, maybe the Colts' offensive line. Not just their stellar play, but the fact that they feature coordinated touchdown celebrations for 330-pound guards like Quentin Nilsson, seen here doing a keg stand in a win over the Jags last week. Houston's linebackers came dressed as Mortal Kombat characters. Finish him. Is that Mortal Kombat? Second quarter, Jacoby Brissett, 3rd rushing TD this season. Colts beat the Texans back in Week 7. Deshaun Watson, next drive to his favorite target, one of the best in the league, DeAndre Hopkins, wide open, gives his ball to his mom. Very nice, tied at 10 at the half. I like when players give a touchdown ball to their moms. Jonathan Williams breaking a couple of tackles. Colts up 7. Watson refamiliarizing himself with Will Fuller, playing his first game since playing against Indy a month ago. Finished with 140 yards. This 51-yarder led to a field goal, and Watson launching bombs in the fourth. This is a beauty. I mean, the catch is incredible. The throw is so perfect. It was just a thing of beauty, and the Texans are up 3. Brissett, 4th and 7, 3 minutes left. Can't find anybody open. He said, I knew they wanted me to run with it, and he thought he had the first down, just taken down short. They'll turn it over on downs. Texans have first place in the AFC South.
It's Grey Cup week, which means the CFL awards were handed out Thursday night. The MOP, a battle between the Tabbies, Brandon Banks, and the Riders, Cody Fajardo. Banks, nicknamed Speedy B. Fajardo delivered pizzas to us on stage last week in Regina. And the winner of this year's Most Outstanding Player Award is...
The most outstanding player in the CFL in 2019 is...
Brandon Banks.
There he is. Speedy B led the CFL with 13 touchdown catches, 112 receptions, and over 1,500 receiving yards. He led the Tabbies to a franchise-best 15 wins. Banks is the first Tiger Cat to win the award since Danny McManus in 1999.
I just want to thank the organization, Tiger organization, for allowing me to be the player that I always wanted to be. I want to thank my teammates for always, having fun with me every day and making me want to come to work and be the player that I am. To the coaching staff, thank you for leading us in the right direction and putting the SOs together and, putting great game plans together for us to go out there and execute.
Willie Jefferson named Most Outstanding Defensive Player in his first season with the Bombers, led the league with 6 forced fumbles and finished 3rd with 12 sacks. And Mississauga native Enoch Muamba named Most Outstanding Canadian. Muamba was the East finalist for the award last season. This year, Muamba finished 2nd in the league with 93 tackles. Hamilton very well represented, with Frankie Williams taking home the Most Outstanding Special Teams Player, Chris Van Zyl winning Most Outstanding Lineman, and Orlando Steinauer, the Coach of the Year, leading the Tabbies to a 15-3 record.
And 2019 Most Outstanding Player Brandon Banks joins us from Calgary. Speedy B, you're now the Speedy MOP. How good does that feel?
It feels great. Thanks for having me.
Now, you're a huge threat on special teams. I want to ask, what's bigger a thrill, making a great touchdown catch or running back a kick for a 100-yard touchdown?
I'll be honest, running back a kick for 100 yards, it's a game-changing moment, so that's more exciting for me, but, I ain't nothing like catching a touchdown also.
Speedy, I got to ask you about the quarterback change halfway through the season. Jeremiah Masoli goes down, Dane Evans comes in, and you guys don't miss a beat. Why were you guys able to keep it going with Dane at quarterback?
I give credit to Dane Evans. He prepared himself like a starter every day. So he came in and, came right in and kept us rolling. So I give credit to him being a professional athlete. And it's all Dane Evans. I'm just a recipient of him throwing the ball to me. So I'm just happy to be in this position.
So you're the MOP. You're about to play in the Grey Cup. At the start of the season, could you ever have imagined any of this?
Not at all. I'm going to be honest. Me being an MOP, that's the wildest thought farthest thought from my mind that I ever think about. But like I said, I'm just happy that I'm in this position, and I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Brandon, congratulations on the award. Looking forward to Sunday. Good luck against the Blue Bombers.
Okay, thank you.
Still to come, now that we've got our first look at the new Leafs bench boss, what about the old one? Mike Babcock joins us. Oh, no, he's not here. The Insider is going to weigh in next. Davis Cup quarterfinal, Canada facing Australia. You know, Canada has never beaten the Australians in the Davis Cup. 0 for 9. Vasek Pospisil taking on John Millman. First set tiebreak, Pospisil forehand into the corner. I love this court so much. Millman can't handle it. Pospisil took the first set 7-6. Second set on serve, 5-4. Pospisil gets Millman running. Forehand out of his reach. Pospisil wins it in straight sets. Now 3-0 for the tournament, gives Canada their first point against Australia. Second match, Denis Shapovalov against Alex de Minaur. Win would punch Canada's ticket to the semifinals. First set, Shapovalov, break point, backhand shot, cross court. Deminauer can't return it. Chapo took the first set. Deminauer took the second set on serve in the third. Chapo tries the overhand volley. It sails wide. Deminauer broke him en route to winning the match 7-5 in the third, forcing a decider in doubles. He's back in action less than 40 minutes after his loss. Shapovalov with Pospisil taking on John Peers and Jordan Thompson. First set, Canada up a break. Pospisil, massive smash. They won the set 6-4. Canadians playing together for just the second time. A set away from advancing to the semifinals, 4-all in the second. Pospisil, forehand past Peers. They broke the Aussies and beat them for the first time in Davis Cup history. They're headed to the semis.
The New York Islanders have had two 15-game point streaks in franchise history, most recently in 1982. Some of the players on that 1982 Isles team include Brian Trottier, Mike Bossy, Denny Potvin, Billy Smith, Clark Gillies, John Tonelli. I could go on. They went on to win one of their 4 Stanley Cups that season. The bottom line is the current version of the Isles had a chance to do something I don't think anyone thought was possible. Pass those legends in the record books. The Isles came in with points in 15 straight games, taking on Pittsburgh on Thursday night. Brock Nelson, 500th career game. He scored the winner in the Isles' last game on Tuesday. Snipes it past Matt Murray here. Isles take the lead. Less than a minute to go. Brian Rust will poke home the loose puck for his second of the night, tie it, and send it to overtime. But the good news is that means New York extends its point streak to 16 games, now the longest in franchise history. Extra frame, Nelson again. Nelson's second of the night is the winner. The New York Islanders have 15 wins in their last 16 games. How about Cale Makar? We've already awarded him the Calder Trophy. He has 13 points in 9 games in the month of November. Second period against the Minnesota Wild, down to Nate McKinnon to Makar. Cuts the lead in half. Sakic-esque. Sakic drafted him.
And the Avs have tied the game.
Avs trailing again in the third. Makar gets by pretty much everybody. Trying to set someone up. It would not happen. Great performance by the rookie defenseman, but in the end, the Avs fall short. And we're walking over to the other side of the studio here to have a little chat-ski. Little chat. It's been a fun night. Norm Powell's going to join us later.
Yeah.
Here he's going to join us in studio. We're going to be talking Raps and their great start, especially at home. They've been terrific.
That's right. We only accept champions here.
That's right. Exactly.
Thursday, official media day for Sunday's 107th Grey Cup. Tabbies were keeping it loose, including Simone Lawrence getting fully into the Calgary spirit.
On the count of 3, you're going to take the hat off, give it a big wave, and give me the biggest Yahoo you can. Yahoo. 1, 2, 3, Yahoo!
5 of the last 6 15-win teams won the Grey Cup. So that bodes well for the Tabbies. 107th Grey Cup from Calgary goes Sunday. Start your ingredient shopping for chili now.
I like the idea of a Speedy B JD show in the future, especially since TSN and RDS have reached a long-term agreement to remain the exclusive home of the CFL. Now, through this partnership, TSN and RDS will continue to have exclusive Canadian broadcast and digital media rights to all CFL preseason, regular season, and playoff games, including the Grey Cup.
We should want to help TSN, and I know TSN wants to help us. I think that's the real positive foundation on which this deal was created. So it's an exciting time. It's a forward-looking arrangement. It's filled with opportunity.
We've had an incredible relationship with the CFL for a long time, but with Randy Ambrosie, it's taken it to a new level. I think partnerships that are successful are based on trust. And TSN and the CFL, Randy and myself, we've developed an incredible trust. We know where we want to go with this league. We love Randy's CFL 2.0 vision. We love his focus on innovation. We want to partner with him to continue to drive that innovative feeling and deliver more audience. It was incredibly important for us to make sure that we continued this great relationship, and we were thrilled that the league was as eager to continue it as we were.
Our boss should have a radio show.
I know.
Listen to that voice.
Here's the thing. This is a true story, and it's probably going to get me fired one day.
All right, here we go. It finally is going to happen.
Whenever our boss, Stu, calls me and I talk on the phone, I laugh because his voice is so deep and I always have to apologize.
I'm sorry. This is Dan's final show.
It's a good voice. The NFL has upheld its suspension of Browns defensive end Myles Garrett for hitting Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph over the head with Rudolph's own helmet. According to ESPN, during his appeal, Garrett accused Rudolph of calling him a racial slur prior to the incident. The NFL looked into the allegation but found no evidence a slur was used. Rudolph denied saying anything to instigate the fight. He was supposed to speak to the media Thursday, didn't. A Steelers spokesperson said Rudolph vehemently denies the accusation. Okay, Garrett then posted this statement to his Twitter account Thursday night. I was assured that the hearing was space that afforded the opportunity to speak openly and honestly about the incident that led to my suspension. This was not meant for public dissemination, nor was it a convenient attempt to justify my actions or restore my image in the eyes of those I disappointed. I know what I heard. Whether my opponent's comment was born out of frustration or ignorance, I can't say. But his actions do not excuse my lack of restraint in the moment, and I truly regret the impact this has had on the league, the Browns, and our devoted fans.
And Marquise Pouncey, who's also involved in the incident for the Steelers, had his suspension reduced from 3 games to 2 games.
It's sweeping the press boxes. It's Scrum Lookers.
Well, I felt pretty good.
Thierry Henry makes it into Scrum Lurkers.
Yeah, and John Lou.
That was pretty good. I think that might have been John Lou's first appearance.
I think it was.
Scrum Lurkers.
When we come back, Tuukka Rask with another example of why he has been the goalie of the week. Tim Hortons drive-through Leafs shut out the Coyotes in their first game under new coach Sheldon Keefe. Tyson Barrie, Pierre Engvall, and Austin Matthews scored for the Buds. Oh, 3-1. I don't know why it's a shutout here. They did not shut them out. It's 3-1. Someone's being fired. Canucks beat the Predators 6-3 to snap a 3-game losing skid. Is all that information correct? Okay, Vancouver scored 5 times on the man advantage for the first time since November 6, 2011. The Flames, they were shut out 5-0. Got that right. Calgary winless in 6 straight. They've been outscored 23-5. Flames have been shut out in 3 straight road games for the first time in franchise history. And this is where I always remind you, if you're a broadcast student, always enunciate shut out.
Boy, I like the idea of you losing it on somebody. Here we go. Oh, Yevgeny Malkin. We had the clown music going for a second there. Opens the scoring for the Bird.
Avs Wild. Cale Makar. See that toe drag? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a heel drag. It was a drag.
They're dragging it. Tuukka Rask, the save of the year. Is this better than the Marc-Andre Fleury glove save? I think it depends on whether you like the Bruins or the Golden Knights.
TNT's halftime show had goats live in the studio to promote a business that offers out the rental service of goats for goat yoga. Led to Ernie Johnson and Shaq taking their turns climbing on the back of Charles Barkley. Goat yoga, I did it once.
So we rent them out. They go all over Metro Atlanta. They eat invasive plants.
This is all very strange. Here we go. Wings and Blue Jackets. Luke Glendening beats Jonas Corpusalo, the Corporal.
Pens, Isles, overtime. Brock Nelson, the finisher. Second straight game, he gets the overtime winner.
Canucks and Preds, Roman Josi, the captain of your Nashville Predators. Beautiful feed there, Ryan Johansson. Beats Jake Markstrom.
David Riddick, he got off his leash here, and he should have stayed in his net because he loses here. Says he gets his pocket picked. This is what I remind you that hockey pants do not have pockets. So that happened.
Can you take us through the dunk you had in the block?
What do you want me to say?
Beverly in the corner. Kawhi Leonard! Oh!
Kemba got it open for a three, and I jumped to my highest to try to contest, and I got a block.
Walker, shot blocked! And it finishes with a great defensive play from a great defensive player.
Can we just go back to that?
Patrick threw me the ball. I took 2 dribbles to the paint and tried to jump high and dunk the basketball.
How can you not love that guy? Kawhi saw how everyone else dealt with the media, and he said, screw that, I'm doing it my way. Add in his laugh, a laugh that, by the way, we've only heard once. It's the Bigfoot of laughs. All of it makes Kawhi the most interesting athlete on the planet and the focus of this top 10. Pair of plays from Game 5 is where we start against Philly. 9 seconds of the half. Kawhi weaves his way to the bucket, gets the dunk to go over Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid. The second play, Kawhi fights through 2 defenders and throws it down over Embiid. That's where we start in this top 10 of great Kawhi plays. Moments.
I'm here with Fun Guy.
What's up, Mara?
Fun Guy, what's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Yeah, you already know.
This is,
yeah.
We gotta get Serge on the show. Raps T-Wolves, October of last year. Kawhi, no-look steal. Everyone talked about this when it happened. The no-look steal.
Oh my goodness, what a tremendous play. Did not give up on a play, chases the ball.
That's a mythical play.
Raps facing the Spurs in February, down 1 late. Kawhi forces DeMar DeRozan to turn it over and throws down the game winner.
DeRozan's kicks give out on him.
Kawhi.
Great job by Leonard.
Against his former team.
Welcome to LA. Thank you, thank you. It's great to have you here. Plus, it's good to see another Terminator. You feel no pain, you have no mercy. Trust me, it's a compliment, okay?
You're the one with the crazy robot laugh.
It's a totally normal laugh. He's a fun guy.
Good thing. Otherwise, I'd have to terminate you.
Hasta la vista, baby.
What it do, baby?
That movie bombed.
What, it's already done?
It's gone. Big time bomb. Stink fast at the theater. Kawhi hits the 3 to put San Antonio up 2. Rockets inbound to James Harden. Kawhi swats it away. Spurs would go on to win the game. Kawhi hits the 3. Kawhi with the block. A lot of Kawhi in this top 10. Oh, it's the top 10 Kawhi moments?
Yes.
Okay.
Game 6 against the Bucks. Kyle Lowry forces the steal. Brings it up court. Dishes. 4. Here he comes. Oh, man. The lid came off the place when that happened. Hey, straight.
Spurs and Heat, Game 6, 2013 NBA Finals. Kawhi posterizes Mike Miller.
Miller took a shot as Kawhi Leonard with an emphatic...
man. I believe he was the Finals MVP.
I'm a fun guy. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Enjoy this moment and have fun with it.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game series. Toronto is won. Kawhi Leonard.
It's the biggest shot made in Canadian basketball history, and Kawhi Leonard's name is attached to it.
Seems like it bounces around longer every time we see it.
Yeah. You can really hear it, can't you?
Yeah.
The whole arena was silent. Hey, highlight of the night when we return.
Highlight of the night. Oh, this is an easy one. Tuukka Rask. Look at this. This could have been in the top 10 from Wednesday when we had the top 10 saves of all time. This is...
It really could have. I mean, it's really unbelievable. Look at that.
He almost caught it with his blocker hand. Tuukka. High marks and highlight of the night.
That leads us to our You Blew It segment. Man, tons of stuff here. On my on-camera before the Colts pack, I called Quentin Nielsen. You kept calling Alex Deminhauer. You butchered the word vehemently more than once. You said the Leafs shut out the Coyotes last night. The final score was 3-1. But most importantly, Dan, when we went to commercial break, and I believe we have a shot of the script into the teleprompter, but what you said was, Tuukka Rask with another example why he's the goalie of the week. So you ignored what was on the prompter.
I kind of just glanced at it.
Now, you have an issue with the Wheel of Destiny.
Yeah, because it landed on the $5. Okay. And let's see here. So it lands on 5.
Now, the wizard isn't touching it. It rolled back on its own. On its own. That's video proof right there.
Okay. I just needed to see evidence.
Looks like there's some blood on it. What's going on? Who's bleeding on the wheel?
We rent this studio when we aren't here.
I guess so. Well, that's the show.
Okay, that's good. Guess what time for?
Bloop bloops.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is the one. This is our big break.
Dan's a disaster.
Whoa!
Whoa! What?
Wow.
Raptors basketball. Raptors basketball. Those are the lyrics to that song.
They said, "Congrats, guys, you didn't blue anything." Fran, you're fired in 1 week time. 1 week's time. 1 week time. I corrected myself. Did you have this in the freezer?
No, I thought I took it up early enough.
Oh no, this is gonna be a mess.
Nope, you gotta think positive.
Jeez.
Yep, okay.
And whip that up.
So put that,